Yeah. All the greetings and welcome, 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 welcome. So this not going to be long, the Super Eagles and the World Cup qualifying playoffs took all the attention, and someone said to me, Austin, you abandoned your beautiful NPFL series. And I said, no way, because the NPFL is beautiful. No, I can never turn back. Oh, no, no. So I said, no, I'm not going to record. I'll start doing this live for followers of the Nigeria Premier Football League. So much has happened. I think I stopped as at match day 11 just to focus on the Super Eagles because we need to give them that support, see if they can make it to the World Cup. But hey, it didn't happen. So let's get back because the show must go on. So I will get back to the Nigeria Premier Football League. I want to tell you what happened on match day 13, but I also let you see highlights of that rescheduled match day 5. Yeah, rescheduled match day 5 fixture. That's it right there. Remo Stars defeated Kano Pillars 1-0. And so you start wondering what's going on with Saime Sugida. Right after that terrible misconduct that happened at the Sani Abacha Stadium, where the fans, got into the pitch, caused trouble. I don't think Kano Pillars have won again. Tell me if I'm wrong. So the struggle continues for Simon Sugi. That fifth win of the season for Remo Stars. Very important for the Sky Blue Stars to start winning again. They're defending champions. Can they retain their title? Some will say, oh, that with 5 wins. I said it on my TV show last night that it's going to be hard, but I thought about it again. I went back to look at the league table and I said, look, Remo Stars can actually get back to reckoning, and they've got a champions mentality. So that might just work for them. Shout out to everyone joining. Tell me where you're watching me from. I love it. I love to know where my people are watching me from. I couldn't do TikTok today, so we're doing it on 2 platforms, YouTube and Facebook. I don't want to go beyond 30 minutes, so you guys can watch the video when it drops. Match day 5, rescheduled fixture. At the time, Remo Stars, they were busy on the continent, so they couldn't play this fixture. So that fixture was done. And then they won it by a single goal. I'll let you see highlights of that one and I'll come back. Yeah, so that's it. It finished. Remo Stars 1, Kano Pillars 0. So I would try to keep doing this. Did you guys notice anything in that fixture? Did you see the goalkeeper Destiny Okeke Abuchi? Can you see that there are actually talents in the Nigeria Premier Football League? So when we talk about, oh, we don't have goalkeepers, I just showed you one now. Easily that game should have ended Remo Stars 3, Kano Pillars 0. But the goalkeeper, I kept them in the game. So shout out to Remo Stars. As I said, fifth win of the season for the Sky Blue Stars, the defending champions of the Nigeria Premier Football League. Kano Pillars, eighth defeat of the season, and they have really been struggling. Let me show you the league table right after that match was played. That's the impact on the table right there. See Kano Pillars at the bottom, just 2 wins this season. After 13 matches, Simon Sugida, what's going on? They must find a way to get back into it. Remo Stars, some would say back to reckoning, but I think it's still going to be pretty tough for them because the mentality matters. But now they've risen to 15th on the log with 16 points, 5 wins. But when you look at the guys that are performing up there, look at Ikorodu City with 24 points. Nasarawa United closely follows with the same 24 points. Look at Rivers United with 23. But hey, this is football where just one draw and one defeat, you start looking for your team on that table, So someone might be asking, what's going on? Why is Kano Pillars where they are? Look at it right there. Because of that drama that happened that I told you about, they were docked 3 points and 3 goals, and they no longer play right there in Kano. Yeah, we like it. Those are the sort of measures that should be, given out to teams when they misbehave, particularly when it has to do with fans violence or violence of any sort. Don't bring the game to disrepute. Don't disrespect the rules and regulations. Let's just play football for the love of the game. And that's why Kano Pillars, they are struggling. Simon Sugida, that's a team that I loved last season. I thought they really got us talking, but now it's looking really tough for them. They must find a way to get back, get their fans talking again and loving them. But the fans must behave. Yeah, very, very important. They must behave. I've got to realize that a lot of people just come talk about what's going on in the league, results, this and that. But I want to make it something that you and I can be part of, particularly if we criticize the league. We should be able to say ways that this league can get better, isn't it? Yeah, that's what I want to do. And that's why I have this call to action that I want us to be part of, because enough of the talks, let's talk about solutions. What can be done to develop league football in Nigeria? Tell me in the comment section, what can be done to develop league football in Nigeria? Because that's our own football. That's the system for development. That's the structure that I'm always talking about that is missing. So we must find a way to develop league football in Nigeria, to make it admirable, to make it beautiful. And that's why I keep telling you guys that the NPFL, look at it, NPFL is beautiful. Yeah, it's beautiful. So we must find a way to, live it that way. So I wanted us to get into this with this rescheduled fixture from match day 5. So match day 5 complete now. We're not owing anybody any match anymore, we're getting into match day 14. But before we get into match day 14, let me show you what happened on match day 13. Some interesting results, and really got people talking. Wow, we're busy with the Super Eagles at the time. The Super Eagles must go on, beat DR Congo and get to the playoffs. And they said no, that they don't want, So let's get into it quickly. It started on Saturday, November the 15th, Bendel Insurance. 5-goal thriller. I love it when we see goals in the Nigeria Premier Football League. Shout out to Bendel Insurance and Kano Pillars. Simon Sugida dropping again. I think I need to count it about 5 or 6 losses in a row. That's not good for the team, but you can tell it's what you sow, you reap. They brought this upon themselves. They must find a way to take themselves out of it. The OKON-AKPAN Warriors defeated Kwara United by 2-0. The game between Tracy and Remo Stars postponed. That's the Southwest Derby that I'm looking forward to. Should really get us talking. Niger Tornadoes, decent team, play good football, play offensive football, score beautiful goals. They defeated Katsina United by 2-0. That's the result from match day 13. The biggest result. Wiki tourists traveled to Aba to stun Aimba by a single goal. Wow. And for those of you say, oh no, away wins, it depends on NPFL. Oh, we don't see away wins. You don't follow the league. If you do not follow the league, you have no right to come here and say, oh, there's no this, there's no that. See away wins. Wiki tourists going to Aba to win. It's massive, baby. Shout out to Wiki tourists. Bayelsa United defeated Abia Warriors by 2-1. Ikorodu City pipped Plateau United 2-1, and that was good enough to take them to the top of the table. Rivers United needed to apply pressure, stay relevant on the log. They defeated Warri Wolves. That was the South-South derby that I was looking forward to. I'll get the highlights. I'll put everything together. I don't want to promise. I was going to say tomorrow, but no, I don't want to promise. But I'll put it together and I'll show you guys. But I do what is called the NPFL Beautiful Series. If you go through my YouTube channel, if you go through my different social media platforms, you'll see it. I just love talking about big football in Nigeria because that one is our own and was promoted. OKON-AKPAN and Nasarawa United shared point 1-1, and then Bara FC stunned Rangers by 2-0. So that's it right there. In the comment section, let's get busy. What can be done to develop league football in Nigeria? And I'm not even talking about the Nigeria Premier Football League, league football in general, the Nigeria National League, the NLO, the NWFL, league football generally. What can be done to develop it? It's very important because it's our own football, you know. So I want us to get into that conversation. I will be replying right there in the comment section. You never know, the administrators, they might also jump into it when they see this video and then pick one or two things. This is part of nation building. So that's it for match day 13. I showed you the table, but let me do it again just so you will know how those results impacted the league table. Let me bring it up again this time. Let me see. After match day 13, this is what the table looks like. I showed you before. I'm showing you again. Ikorodu City with their 6th win of the season. You see Nasarawa United right there with 7 wins. They have the most wins, but because Ikorodu City, they've got just 1 loss so far this season, which is pretty decent, but loads of draws, 6 draws right there. Rivers United are still staying in contention. They have 1 outstanding match. Don't forget, Shooting Stars also have 1 outstanding match. Remo Stars, they've also played 12 matches. I see Bara FC with 12. So yeah, the league is still, in my opinion, still relatively young. And with the Nigeria Premier Football League, I always wait till after the first stanza. Yeah, let them complete the first stanza, and when we come back, we can start talking. Last season, Shooting Stars were fantastic in the first stanza, came back second stanza, started struggling. That's football for you. Nasarawa United, fantastic in the first stanza, came back, started struggling. And we're seeing the same thing again now. But let's see what football will give to us. That's the league table. After match day 13, let's see if we can bring up the fixtures for match day 14. This one definitely will get us talking. Kwara United, they're called the Harmony Boys. That's a team that I like. I think they've done just enough to also, gain some prestige. Won the Federation Cup, represented represented Nigeria in the CAF Confederation Cup, but they don't do well. A part of it is what I always talk about: infrastructure. When you do not have a proper stadium where you play football, there's no proper pitch. There's little or nothing you can do to make the great impact. So you can add that to what can be done to develop football in Nigeria. Kwara United will host 3SC. Remo Stars will play Bara FC. Rangers will hope to bounce back from that defeat to Bara FC when they host Niger Tornadoes at the Cathedral in Enugu. Wiki Tories will hope to make a back-to-back defeat. They have my team from match day 13 going to Aba to beat Aimba. What can they do when they host Bayelsa United? Bayelsa United has also shown us that they can go away from home and pick results. We'll see. Abia Warriors Bendel Insurance should get us talking, but in Umuahia, the Warriors, I think they're unstoppable right there. But we'll see. Plateau United will host Rivers United. Warri Wolves will take on OKON-AKPAN. Nasarawa United will hope to get back to winning ways when they host El Kanemi Warriors. And then on Monday, November the 24th, it will be Katsina United versus Aimba. Can Katsina United, the Changi boys, can they make it back-to-back defeats for the People's Elephants? Will see, and Kano Pillars will be praying, hoping, doing everything that they can to beat Ikorodu City so that they can get back to reckoning in the Nigeria Premier Football League. So, guys, that's it. Match day 14 of the Nigeria Premier Football League this Sunday. So, while you're watching your Italian Serie A, your Spanish La Liga, your English Premier League, if you're Nigerian or a fan of football in Nigeria, don't forget that we've also got the Nigeria Premier Football League, and you can be part of that conversation also. So, yeah. Looking forward to it. Keep the date. So, and for those of you who's been saying, Austin, you've abandoned what you're doing. What's up with you? And your NPFL is beautiful series. I didn't stop. I do my top 3 goals. I review the matches after they've been played. Let me show you the last one that I did. Match day 10 of the Nigeria Premier Football League. I've done the review. Go check the channel. You're going to see it there. But this is what I did for the top 3 goals. And there's one right there that I called the sweet potato goal. Jonathan Meriga gave me that goal. So let me let you see it, and I'll come back and wrap up this conversation.
10 of the Nigeria Premier Football League. In number 3 is this lovely finish from Wiki tourist forward Abdullahi Usman. Check out the move. Click shark to Meriga to Abdullahi, and he finished it off so good. It's a beautiful team goal. And wait, did you see that little push before Abdullahi unleashed that shot? That little push. Let it inspire you. Wiki Tourist still produced my number 2 goal, and it's this incredible acrobatic strike from Jonathan Meriga. The long throw, the flick on, and Meriga's bicycle kick made it a sweet potato goal. Don't you love it? Check him now. This goal is an absolute beauty. My number 1 goal from match day 10 is this stunning strike from Kon Califat Uche Moses. It's another lovely team goal. The long ball found Honora Onyedika. He gave it to Uche Moses to produce this masterpiece. Again, did you see that extra push? That little push? It made the ball to settle for Uche to do his thing. That extra push. That extra push. Love it. I told you, the NPFL is beautiful. I'm so loving it.
That's right. So, guys, that's it. That's what I do. Just in case you're new to the channel, kindly subscribe to it. Like this video, turn on notification. That's how much. That's my 10%. That's what I can give to make the Nigeria Premier Football League look good. And with me, I don't just come and tell you Aimba 2, Kano Pillars 1. It's a message in every conversation in our world of sports. And that's why I emphasized on that extra push. I don't know what you're going through in life. I don't know what goal you are chasing, but give it that extra push. Did you see Jonathan Meriga's goal? You see that extra push. Same with Abdullahi Usman. And then Uche Moses, just before he gave us that stunning strike. Just that little push. Just touch it small, you know. You might say, oh, you've been through so much. You've given everything. Oh, it's not working. Why is it not working? It's just waiting for that extra push. That little push. Just one more time. Just a little. Just push it, you know. I like it. I like that story so much. That was my top 3 goals for match day 10. I do loads of it, you know. So if you go to my channel on YouTube, just jump into the shots, you know, and I try to make it sure it's no more than 1 minute. I don't want much of your time. Just give me 1 minute max, 1 minute, 30 seconds. And I'm going to, you know, let you see, you know, the beautiful world of the Nigeria Premier Football League, you know. Yeah, you saw the sweet potato goal from Jonathan Meriga. Yeah. So it's just my own way of, you know, making these things look good. Yeah, I know you guys want to talk about your Chelsea, your Arsenal, your Aston Villa. You want to talk about your Manchester United, Man City, Fulham, and all of that. But who's going to talk about Imba? Who's going to talk about Wiki Tourist? Who's going to talk about Kano Pillars? Who's going to talk about Shooting Stars, Rangers? Who's going to talk about them? Nasarawa United, Ikorodu City. If all of us were talking about Real Madrid, Barcelona, Sevilla, that's their own football. Nobody will come and develop ours for us. So that was the charge I got, and I said, look, I need to start doing this, do it in a way that to be engaging, interesting, to be fun. I know my channel is the fun factory. So when you come here, even if we're talking about something that is not so good, we must find a way to make it fun. And that's what I do right here, it's the fun factory. So if you're new to my channel, kindly subscribe to it. I'd like to see you around again. Turn on notifications, like the video, drop comments. I always reply to comments. If you think I'm joking, do one now. And right after this video, I'm going to reply you. Burning Flame Sports Desk, thanks so much. I see you guys watching all the way from Ughelli in Delta State. You guys, I'm sure you like what Warrior Wolves seem to be doing. Warrior Wolves is a pretty decent team also, traditional league team in the country. Let's see what they can do this season. So for our league to grow, the government should give more room and encourage the private sectors to get involved. Absolutely. I've said it. When you have a league where about 96 or 98% is owned by the state government, then they're not positioned for business, because we know what the state governments are all about. Just use the football for propaganda, and for their own. So yeah, we must find a way to be transparent, to be open. Let's see business out of it. Invite the private sector, give it some commercial drive. Very, very important. And this is a good way we can start. When we start talking about it, give it visibility, be proud of our own football, give it some identity, make it look good. Yeah, that way we can, start doing something that can build a market that will last. I said I don't want to go more than 30 minutes. So let me start wrapping up, because when you guys start coming in now, dropping comments and asking questions, I know we're not going to leave here. Hey, give me a shout out. I'm giving you a shout out. What's up? Wamopedia from South Africa. I see you. My SA people, I don't know why you guys are beefing us, beefing the Super Eagles after they failed to qualify. I hope you know that it's all love, no hate in our world of sports. Yeah. So shout out to Wamopedia watching from South Africa. Lego Master, where are you watching me from? So I should give you a shout out. What's up? I'm only a fan of the NPFL. So I'll come back maybe after my TV show, 9 p.m. Nigerian time. I go live on TV, 8 p.m. UK time. So 9 p.m. UK time, I'll be back here. I'll be back on live. Let's talk about football in Africa. I like what the Democratic Republic of Congo, they have achieved. I like that they look good to qualify for the World Cup despite knocking out my beloved Nigeria. It's good for the development of the sports of football in Africa. CDR Congo, you see small Cape Verde going to the World Cup. It will spark some level of reflection. Let us understand that the beautiful game has got the power to transform nations, unite the world. So I love it so much. So 9 p.m. I'll be having that conversation, see ways we can put the Super Eagles into it, put African football into it, put football administration and management in Africa. What are we doing right? Are we still joking? Are we really doing the right things? Let's talk about the CAF Awards. That one really also got us talking. Congratulations to Hakimi. Finally, he's gotten the award that he truly deserves. But I'm not talking about the women's category, because I've got some real questions to ask the Confederation of African Football. But shout out to Chiamaka Nadozie for winning that crown for the 3rd time in a row. Fantastic goalkeeper. I'm happy to be part of her growth. So I started, promoted her. That's what I'm saying. Promoted her right there, at Rivers United, at Rivers Angels, and now the world is talking about her. She's played PSG right now. She's in Brighton, over beyond in the United Kingdom. So it's all love. Congratulations to Chiamaka Nadozie. I have the complete video, not the complete thing, but the major highlights of the CAF Awards is right here on my platform, my YouTube channel. Just go to videos, you see right there. That's it, guys. Don't forget to keep a date. I said it, I'm going to say it again. I'll be back. I pray nothing goes wrong. I'm not busy with something else, but I hope to be back 9 p.m. UK time, 10 p.m. Nigerian time. And because of my audience, I have loads of them in Canada and the United States of America. I try to stay for as long as 2 hours, 3 hours, just so those guys can join. And they show me so much love when they join the live stream. They are so engaging. They join the conversation, and yeah, I like it. I learned so much from the fans. So If you have an opportunity to be part of my live stream, just request for the link. I'll drop it. You can come on, talk. You know, that'll be part of what I'll also say tonight. What can be done to develop league football in Nigeria? Because I want us to be part of nation building. Enough of, oh, government didn't do this, they didn't do that. What are you doing? See? So that's what I want to do. I want to spark that conversation and keep it going. Shout out to everyone that has watched me on Facebook. I see you. Shout out to everyone watching me on YouTube. I see you too. And I appreciate you. I will be back again. But until then, see you around again. That's it.